Hello and welcome to The Void Rains Upon Her Heart. This is one of the best games on Steam. It is one of the best made games on Steam. And it actually is one of the games that got me into bullet hells, and it is a game that I love very dearly. It just recently had a big update, and I wanted to do some coverage for it because I want more people to know about this game. However, earlier, I tried to record some coverage for this game by using my existing save file, and I realized that there was just so many mechanics that I was basically explaining things all the time, so I am going to start with a brand new save file, so that we can kind of go into this and you can see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and grab her heart, and we're going to go on the highest level of difficulty it will allow us to go on. This is the story of a young Xeradan woman. She lived in a cave far away from anyone. She was so pale and ugly, nobody loved her. She was all alone, except for the monsters. She could not leave her cave for long, the monsters would find her. She deserved to live in that hole. She could not escape. She wanted to fly away, but her deformed wings were useless. She should just have given up. But she would not give up. She had found the ultimate power. She could love those monsters, help them understand love too. Hello there, little robot. Hello, young Xeradan. This is basically just the tutorial. Basically, he is telling me how to teach monsters, and that he will now emulate an unloved monster. To accomplish this, the fear must be installed into his units. He is now downloading Existential Dread. He's installed 2,700 units of fear into her system. Moving happiness program to the trash folder. Deleting the trash folder. Nobody loves me, but it doesn't matter because the universe is an uncaring void. Why would you say that? The unit would like to apologize. It's a minor effect of having fear installed. And this is the basic concept for how the game functions. And we basically fight in dream worlds, and everyone that we're fighting is a dream version of themselves, and we shoot love bullets at things. Like so. And we're trying to actually break something here. Fear is reduced by 10%. Part where it hurts me. And what he's explaining now is that only the core of my heart, the very center, see if I can emulate it. Yeah, the very center is the only part that's going to take damage, as per usual for the bullet hell genre. Now he's also talking about focus. So focus is I can hold right trigger, and you'll see my heart kind of glow. And instead of moving very, very quickly, I can move much more precisely. And also, there's a lot of because this game is a roguelike bullet hell, I don't know if I mentioned that part yet. Roguelike bullet hell, there is a lot of mechanics and cards and passive effects and stuff like that that only affect when you're in focus. So focus is a pretty important mechanic. We also can do a charge attack. Charge attacks are not only good for extra damage, but they also, you can break parts off of things, kind of Monster Hunter style. And I believe charge attacks do more break damage, if I remember correctly. Very effective against breakable objects, yes. And if I do break something, then we get some charge attack back, and you can basically go on a little bit of a break spree. And the last thing here is, well, one of the last things here is that we can use a panic attack, which is kind of like a blank if you're familiar with Dungeon, or a clear, and gets rid of all the things around me, but it also actually does pretty massive damage. And then these little bubbles around me are going to be a scene-wide attack. You'll see that if I stand out in the area, I'll build up this little bar. And, ooh, I lost the perfect. And if I stay out there too long, I will just automatically take damage. So you need to be able to move between the little zones here. Pretty good tutorial, to be honest. It teaches you everything you need to know. And if I had a little bit more time, we would go into like the actual conversation they're having, because it is kind of adorable. The whole game has a very nice, adorable vibe to it. But we are going to skip past that for now, because I mostly just want to show you guys the game. The storyline isn't done anyways. So now it jumps me into a normal run. The reason why all of those cards were unknown is because we've not encountered them before. It's one of the things I love about this game is that it has these to use someone else's terms, I just ran into that projectile, weaponized achievements, which is, there's like dozens and dozens and hundreds of achievements in this game, and all of them do something. They all unlock something. They all give you something. And like, there's just so much stuff to uncover and discover that your first playthrough of this is like, you're just going to be constantly getting new things to do, new things to use, new effects, new characters, new game modes, because there's, no joke, like a lot of game modes. And it's one of the reasons why I was considering if I did do a series on this, which I'm interested in potentially doing a series, depending on how people received this first episode. If I did do a series on this, I'd probably do a fresh save file series, which does mean that it would take me a little bit longer to get to the new content. There's a new game mode called the Towers. But at the same time, you guys could do it with me. And it's been long enough since I played it. I first played it back in like June or July before I actually started my channel. And it'd be fun to go through and do everything again. To be honest, I'm excited to do that. And here comes the roguelike mechanic. So at the end of each boss fight, we're going to be getting rewards, and this one, for example, gives me heart rate and max health. There is a ton of rewards in the game, and they do a ton of different things. Yeah, it's a power. Yeah, there, it's about to explain that. It's a power gift. So there's 1 star, 2 star, and 3 stars. Basically the rarity will be talking about how strong they are. And they have more powerful effects, etc. It's your usual roguelike thing. And again, I am trying to just skip into the storyline because I want to show as much as the game as possible in the 30 minutes or so. I'd potentially like to finish a run, because there is a lot of mechanics here, and if we sat there and read the tutorial, all of the tutorials, it would take a moment. It would take a moment. I would strongly suggest, if it's your first time doing it, go ahead and reading them, because not only do they tell you everything you need to know about the game, because this game does have a lot of unique mechanics to it, but it also has some pretty decent dialogue and good writing, and the characters are pretty. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than calling them adorable. We're gonna see if we can get a full combo here. The game will explain a full combo in a moment, so I'm not gonna bother explaining it. But, to say the least, this is one of those games that has inherent rewards for the better you do. So there isn't just victory, there's tiers of victory. And it's one of those things that I just absolutely love about this game, is it's not just about winning, it's about winning better. It's not super hard to beat the game, but it is super hard to flawless the game. And the game rewards you for doing so. And I just got a full combo. Oh, I got a Radiant Bullet Helper. That's nice. It'll be a little friend. And then each time afterwards, I'm going to go up to tier 2 here. Each time afterwards, I'm going to be getting tons of achievements, to be honest. There's also achievements unique to each boss as well. Specific tasks that boss kind of like wants/needs you to perform. I want to break all 4 of these guys, because after you damage one and break it, they don't take that much damage anymore, which encourages you to go and break the others, essentially. And if I do break them, they'll change phase, like so. And again, we're still at the beginning of the game, so things are a little bit easier right now. Full combo, and I broke everything. Fantastic. Good score. +2 karma, +1 karma after every battle. Karma is that little thing that I'm getting for completing everything. It also determines how fast things scale. Let's see what this one's about. Karma. Okay. Monsters give you karma when they're loved. Having karma increases the chance of receiving higher ranked gifts from monsters. Having karma also increases the chance of having 4 monsters to choose from instead of 3. Loving higher level monsters will result in more karma. But the higher level monsters are also harder. There's harder versions of each boss, too. It's not just like every time you see a boss, it'll be level 4. There is like a level 1 to level 10 range on that particular boss, and some bosses just don't have easier versions of them, too. And basically, they're also explaining that if you fight harder monsters, you get better gifts. And we're going to be unlocking a lot of things in this first run. Yep, we have no idea what things are, so we're just going to fight it. Ooh, Rendy. Rendy is a very popular figure in the community of Void Reigns Upon Her Heart. He's a good dog. Spider, water spider lily thingy. Don't lose. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can break his legs off. One thing to know as well is that with my little helper here, if I'm not in focus mode, he'll move around kind of and follow me as a trail, but if I am in focus mode, he will move in lockstep with me, which helps you aim them a lot better. And it's pretty important whenever you get to like having a lot of focuses or get to other characters, because there are other characters that are a bit bigger about having companions. It gets good to know how to control them a little bit better. There we go. So the legs. And we can just fight him. Yeah. Now that his legs are gone, he's a little pissed. It's another cool thing is that it will actually change. Some of the monsters will actually change pretty significantly based on things that you break. Triple deluxe. What is that? What did I get? 100% combo on 3 battles in a row. Okay, cool. We'll go straight up to the 4 here. Did I already lose my full combo? Damn. I'm gonna lose it again. Yep. That's okay, we'll just win. You know, I didn't even see what I got from Mindy. This is one of the easier bosses. We got this. Nice and easy. Little disappointed that I didn't get the full combo, but you know what? That's fine. We don't need it every single time. Bracelet. Helpers will orbit around you now. That's actually really useful. Lets them kind of stay nearby. Story mode can now be set to heavy rain. Thank goodness. I don't really want to be staying in this low difficulty for very long. Now whenever I focus, they'll pull in, and whenever I don't focus, they'll kind of do that little surround thing. So the white part of the bar at the bottom there is the is basically his HP, and in order to get a full combo, we need to make sure that we maintain damage on him without giving too much time in between. Now, there are situations like this guy where they actually freeze the bar for you, and you no longer have to worry about that. You just have to worry about not getting hits. If we get hits, we'll drop the combo, and if we stop hitting them for a certain amount of time, we'll drop the combo. But if it turns yellow like that, it means that the combo is frozen, and it won't drop on its own anymore. Generally, bosses that split into smaller bosses will do it, or bosses that leave the stage will freeze the combo for you. I don't think I'll even have to kill all of them to finish this guy off. Yeah, definitely don't have to kill all of them. There we go. Create a helper with your first charge shot. Even more helpers. New type of gift. Bonus gift. Bonus gifts are similar, but they automatically take effect. So they'll give me like a panic charge back, or they'll recover HP, and you can also get them multiple times. They'll always show up yellow. They still have tiers and stuff like that. And basically he was saying to choose based off of rewards to some degree. The other thing you're unlocking, by the way, is you're actually unlocking more bosses as well. Unfortunately, since we can't see what any of the gifts are or anything like that, you know, we can just go into whatever fight here. As we get farther into the game, there is going to be a mechanic for being able to, it's called radiating. I don't know how else to describe it other than the fact that this game kind of does a unique thing there. Basically, you can spend some of your resources in order to identify bosses and items. And whenever you do, in all future runs, they now are permanently visible, so you can see what they are called and stuff like that. And whenever it comes to bosses, you also get extra information. Ooh, nice trick, dude. You kind of trapped me in a corner there. You also get information about them. But whenever it comes to bosses, you only have to fight them once in order to be able to at least see what they are. The only time you ever see a question mark is if you've never seen them. Chemical Light is focus only toxic hearts. That's pretty good. It also has split hearts, which is even better. And those resources at the end of each mission is what you're seeing. That's what will be giving me the ability to radiate and stuff like that. That's what we'll probably want to spend them on for the first bit. I didn't go to the highest level one this time, specifically because I noticed that this guy had a tier 3 gift. It looks like the helper that I just created for my gift that said that I create a helper on my first charge shot. He just stays in place, which is pretty useful. It means that I can try and put him somewhere where he can continue to hit the guy. I did a practice run on my old save, going into a pretty hard difficulty to warm up, to make sure that I remembered how to play this game. And going from that to this is a pretty significant difference in difficulty. Forgot how slow-paced the bosses feel at this point. Automatic panic attacks. That means that if I'm about to take damage and I have panic attacks, I instead don't take damage and I'll use the panic attack automatically. It's a pretty good starting gift, to be honest. It's a pretty good crutch. And lots of new monsters. Now let's go towards this one. We're pretty close to the final boss of this run. Depending on time at the end of this, we'll look into possibly doing another run or showing off some of more of the mechanics of this game. And if you guys are liking it, feel free to leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. It lets me know that you guys want to see more of it, especially with the comments. Helps out the video as well. Let's more eyes be on it, and gives the absolutely amazing developer of this game just a little bit more, you know, views on just really truly a spectacular game that currently, by the way, has 100%, I don't know if I mentioned this, has 100% positive reviews on Steam. It is not done, it is still early access, but it's pretty close to done, I believe. We're at 0.8, and I believe he's going to 1.0. So could be, I don't know. I don't know when he's going to be done, but, you know, seems like we're getting close. And the game will notify you in-game as well, by the way, that the story isn't quite done yet. Got more gifts. More gifts. A new song. And these last two with the little white under them, oop, I didn't mean to do that, are actually sort of special. If you have a white under here and you don't know what it is, it's worth trying to go for a harder difficulty to go for it, because these are going to be once in permanent unlock, sort of, that once you radiate them, will give you a permanent upgrade to the character that you got them on. You come here to give me your heart? No, actually I need my heart right now, but I've come here to show my love of you. Feeling a little cold. Is it getting colder? Do you want a hug? Yes. The one who tries to love me, you've come back once again. I can see your heart is glowing more brightly than ever before, but not that will matter. Have we met before? Why would you resist? I know you're in pain. Look at your wings. You cannot fly. You must feel worthless. Simply give me your heart and the loneliness will end. All other monsters perceive to prefer love over whatever they were feeling before. Maybe we can try that first? Zeratin girl, I'm incapable of love. I am nothing. I feel nothing. I am absolute zero. The Void. One of my actual favorite bosses in this game as well. He is a cool little amalgamation of just darkness. Has some pretty tough attacks, and honestly, going up to 7 here does mean that I'll be seeing some of the harder attacks here. I need to remember that we do actually have automatic panic attacks, so I don't need to worry too much. I'll try and sneak by. Yep, okay. Whew. Right, squeeze. Just focusing up for a moment here. I don't want to make sure that I flawless this if possible. Gotta show off on my first run, right? String being spaghetti attack here. She sort of just releases everything on this one. There we go. No need to panic. Dream fulfilled. Through the null and the void. There is a lot of song name titles being referenced. That is a Through Fire and Flames reference, yes. The developer of this game very much likes the heavy metal. There was no one. There was no love. There was nothing. The void had come for her once again. She should have surrendered. There would be no pain, no more existence as horrid as this. But she refused. She had gained so much love, her heart began to glow. All the love that could be not contained, her heart grew brighter, the darkness was pushed away. Love erupted brilliantly. The entirety of the void was illuminated. The void was completely filled. A filled void cannot exist. It was completely erased. She can go outside again. Touch grass. See flowers. Feel loved. But it was only temporary. Monsters would forget her by morning. They always did. The void would come back for her. It always did. But she would continue trying. She would not give up. She would find a way out. The void reigns upon her heart. Created by Enjo Palanco, who is a singular person who did every single part of this game. It's crazy. And we unlocked like a billion things. Like a billion things. Because we just did so good. We were just so amazing that we just... There we go. Well, this has been A Void Reigns Upon Her Heart. If it's something you're interested in, go check it out. I will have a link in the description below to go wishlist it or just pick it up. I mean, it's a great game. Even if you don't like bullet hells, this is actually the game that got me into liking bullet hells. So that should say a lot about it. And if you guys are interested in seeing more of this, I would be happy to do a mini series or maybe even a full series on it. I'd be happy to play more of it, but I just wanted to sort of show my love for it and toss it out there as being just a amazing game. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and goodbye.